Ladies and gentlemen, let's just get right into it. Today I have to cover the most pressing issue concerning our society, and that's right. Today I'm going to just delve deep right into equality because if was that, excuse me? Is that a knock on my door? I'm I'm being alerted that I should not talk about equality and instead I should talk about music again because it's been long enough. And really, that's all you want, right? You want me to talk about music so you can pretend that you know what I'm talking about? I guess I won't talk about equality. I don't know. I was looking forward to it, but I guess music is also kind of fun. Ah, I did want to talk about the Arctic Monkeys for like no particular reason, honestly, except that I do like them. They haven't like done anything recently. That was dumb of me. That was sad. Just sad. You haven't done anything recently, I think. I just kind of wanted to talk about them. Now, what could I possibly mention about them? Like a lot. I mean, what they have like six albums. They're weird. You know, like they're they're cool. I do like them. And you know, their second most recent album really hit it off. Especially on the radio. Hey man, look at me rocking out. I'm System of a Down. Uh-oh. I mean, like, first of all, I always found it, like, very odd that they release, like, bonus songs with every single. Isn't that weird? If you check every time they're like, hey, here's a single off for an upcoming album, they put in, like, 1 to 3 songs that will not be on the album, and they're just kind of like, hey, we don't think the song is good, but here, listen to it anyway. And you know what? It almost never is good, but it is still weird that they do it. Please stop shooting me. Being a real jerk. Uh-oh. I That was a great run, and then he tripped over when he had the straight sword phase and not with the mage phase. The balls and whatever. Whatever. So I found that like very weird. They they've done it like less and less recently, but they still did it with their new album once. And I mean, it's kind of cool. But it is more work because you have to at least sing the song once in the studio and be like, yeah, that's good enough to, you know, get to the fans. They don't even have deluxe edition albums, which is also very weird. I mean, they're not like an old band really. They got a little, I think. What is it, 2008? Anyway, I mean, I did like most of their debut, first ever studio album. Whatever people say I am, I'm not. But the more words you add, the more intellectual and informed you sound. I did like most of the album, but that's That's the only other time where I feel like a lot of the names for the tracks are horrible. Like I mentioned it before with Panic at the Disco's uh debut album, where like everything is titled improperly. This is not as bad, but they've like a lot of them are like lyrics that are said maybe once, not even like in the chorus, or sometimes it's like not said at all, and that also hurts discoverability and it makes me angry and I get mad. And you don't like me when I'm mad. What came after that? What did they fluorescent adolescence? What's the album called? That might be the name actually. I I I mean I gotta say it's also a great album. I think I like it more than AM, which might sound preposterous. To be honest, I think I like some of the songs off of AM more than most off of Fluorescent Adolescence. But what can I say? Like 4 or 5 of the songs off of AM are like not good. So you're hitting me with like, I don't know, 9 out of 10 songs and then 2 out of 10 songs. Ouch. I gotta, my first attempt was just too good. And so was my second or third. I forgot how to count. It pains me. What comes after that? And then there's like, uh, what is it? Humbug? Not great. Honest. Just like, I liked Pretty Visitors and Crying Lightning, which I just went back to listen to recently. It's kind of why I brought it up. Is because like, it's that album and Suck It and See. I just like none of the songs off of it, and I'm like, how can this be? Sure enough, they're all just bad. It's not subjective. Real quick, does the community hate the curved sword? Because it's might be better than a straight sword, if not as good. Because it actually feels like slightly faster and about the same damage. Well, ouch. I shouldn't. Yep. And I don't have anything to say. I'm not gonna say anything. Anyway, Suck It and See. I actually don't think I like any of the songs off of there. Unlike, I also like Sketchhead off of Humbug. Anyway, then, it gets real saucy. Because you got AM, which is, I think, the album that, like, really made them take off. Because, I mean, one of their songs, I don't know which one it is, because a lot of them are pretty similar. It has, like, 800 million plays now. I'll probably get up to 1 billion one day. Probably. It's only, like, a little ways away. I mean, what can you say? AM, it's it is great. There's a lot of songs that do sound pretty similar, but like the hooks are what really change things up and in such a way that kind of makes every song so unique. Oh, I mean, I'll wrap back around to it because what comes after is really just a tragedy. Uh-oh. Because, you know, after such a great success, there's only one way you can go, and it's down. They chose a totally different aesthetic and made hotel, no, Tranquility Base, hotel and casino, casino. Mark speaking. How may I direct your call? That's off of the 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 track that shares the same name as the album. I mean the album, I liked a couple songs off of it, like a few. Don't do it. He did it. I was so close, and it was such a good run again. But I mean, the thing is that when you trip him with the straight sword, you're screwed because then you can't trip him with the mage while he has the balls, and he's gonna keep the balls for the next phase. You're gonna cry. You're gonna mad. Anyway, I I'm gonna be honest. I think everybody will agree with me when I say the first 5 seconds off of 4 out of 5 off of Tranquility Based Hotel and Casino is like the just those 5 seconds are the best part of the entire album. Like AM has one for the road, is that right? Whatever. Why you only call me when you're high. Knee socks, Arabella. And I'm forgetting most important. Are you mine? I mean, they're all good. They're all great. I do love all of them. And I'm definitely forgetting like the most popular one somehow. All of those songs are like contesting for like one of the best songs for the album. Just those 5 seconds from 4 out of 5. Like listen to it. It's just 5 seconds out of your time. Plus searching it up. It does sound good. It sounds great. The rest of the song is kind of like a snoozer. So is the rest of the album. It's a huge snoozer. I really have tried to like it, you know? That's what I do, you know? It's the artist bias. I did it again. I really thought it was gonna phase change. Not good. Alright. That's also not good. Ehehe. Eeshoo. Why? At least this time, I'm providing some commentary instead of just ape noises. The last time I got stuck on this boss. I very confident when I make the claim that just the 5 seconds out of 4 out of 5, they're great. You know, it's it's like you get so hyped for the rest of the song, and then he's like just kind of talking. I mean, it's supposed to sound like an ad is the thing. Like, hey, come on over to the hotel. Get your free trial today. Come out in the morning. Lovely look. You might see someone you like. You're in the meteor strike? Is that... Am I even thinking of the right song? I think it is. I heard it recently. I I did enjoy the song, I should specify. I'm still saying it's a snoozer. Gotcha. This is not gonna help, is it? Wow. That's very deserved. I don't feel safe. Oh, be cool. That was uncalled for. I'm focusing way too much on this one phase. Oh, well, I appear to be screwed. Nope. Yep. What can you do? I think the curved sword, I'm actually being too good with it in the sense that I'm being too aggressive. Like, I'm not being punished for being aggressive, but because I'm aggressive, I can't abuse how the boss works to tailor it in the way that I want it to work. Instead, it works more so how it's supposed to, which is actually how it shouldn't be, because I'm the better boss designer. Hire me. Don't. Unless you can wait like 300 hours for me to play your game like 20 times, and then I can be like, yeah, this boss, I mean, you should probably like add like half a second to this weapon attack before you send it over. It's like the playtest is over. It's been over. We already shipped the game. We actually just like gave up on updating it. We've unleashed both DLC. You see? Like we got him near half health. But what's the point? I think you can only like stagger him once unless you're like incredibly aggressive. See? It's very, very rare that you get the opportunity to hit him twice in the spear phase. But that's just how good the curved sword is. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not done talking about music. I think I'm done talking about the Arctic Monkeys though. But I will say that I think my favorite songs from them are like kind of the off-speed ones that are like one of a kind and different, like 5 going back to 505 off of Fluorescent Adolescence, and The View from the Afternoon from their debut album with a name that's just too long. He's gonna buff up. We have made very little progress on his health bar. Uh-oh. Since we knocked him down earlier. That's not the staff. Just you haven't brought out the staff today, sir. I guess you can stagger him twice in one life if he keeps healing. Ouch. This is just very unfortunate timing. I'm mad. If you just swapped to the staff, it wouldn't have been a problem. Whatever. Uh, you know what came out, I guess last week? First of all, why do singles come out on Wednesday and albums come out on Friday? Who chose this? It's a little weird. Like I realize there are kind of like different conventions for like release dates for all sorts of media. all movies and all AAA games and all albums are like, hey, see you 12 a.m. on Friday. But then, like, indie games are like, see you on Thursday. I mean, we gotta. Friday's taken. We're not gonna fight over it. And I don't know. I guess like almost basically every time that I ever see a single come out off, I mean, it's always on a Wednesday. I guess I don't really care, but it's kind of weird. It's never expected. And my Spotify Spotify won't email me about new songs until Friday, so I could go 2 days without hearing a song. That's insanity. Anyway, I also think that like indie movies come out like on whatever day they want. Like something tells me Tuesday, but I actually don't know. Anyway, why am I bringing this up? Bring me over. Nope, just bring me the horizon. I always add the over because I believe Jack Sparrow said that. Um, which is, among my favorite artists. They've been coming out with, I think this is their second single since, you know, uh, Stay at Home season. Wow. And I guess you could technically count Ludens, even though it was like chosen by, Kojima from Death Stranding. But I think it's a great song, and it is a single technically. Um, they came out with their second or third single since this, and first of all, it's pretty good. Second of all, it this song combined with Parasite Eve and also kind of mentioning Ludens, it sounds like he's an anti-masker. Like the song is called Obey, and he's kind of like, are you really listening to the government? It's more like, hey, listen to the government. But I think that's the point. It's like, hey, you better obey. You really gonna submit to the authority? Like, yeah, I am. I don't want to be arrested. Stop. That's the first time in my life. Might not be true. It's the first time on video. I'm pissed. Oh my god. Up this. Shame. And Parasite Eve was also like, I don't know, trying to remember. I just remember him being like, "Hope I don't cough, cough, cough," and I'm just like, "Yep, this is definitely related to the current events." But I mean, the Obey one, it's like pretty obvious, right? Like it's not, but it sounds pretty obvious. At the same time, I have admitted and still stand by the fact that I don't know music lyrics in the slightest. Whatever they say, I'm gonna misinterpret unless I look up the lyrics myself. This is probably this exact same case. But it does sound like an anti-mask kind of thing. Like, go on, submit to the authorities, you big chump. Obey. I gotta be like, no. I'm not a chump. That's a tragedy. But the bigger reason why I mention it is because it features another artist that I do enjoy, sort of. Young Blood, without the O, without any of the O's, and replace the blood with a U instead of the two O's. I've been listening to him since he was a wee lad, because I think his first EP came out like late 2017. You know, it was kind of good. And then I, I'm bringing him up because he's like an anomaly to me. He's really like climbed up, and I don't know how. But he's just kind of. I just I want to know who his manager is. I want to know what he's doing. I vividly remember the EP was like 5 songs. It was fine, you know. It wasn't huge. It didn't get too many plays. It's whatever. Then before he even has his debut album, he gets like he gets a collab in a song for 13 Reasons Why Season 2. I think it's Even If the Sky Was Falling Down. It's a good song. I liked it. Even though it's usually not my speed, I don't know. It's probably like artist bias. Please stop. This fight has gone so long. Why did he swing 3 times? I don't know the last time you've done that. I don't expect it. His debut album was like whatever. It was really nothing special as far as I remember. But then he just like kept getting collaborations, and we've done it. Kept getting collabs. He kept getting I don't know. Uh, I I know that he was able to also get another like song in a deal for 13 Reasons Why Season 3, and also Shame, and also he came out with like another EP or something. It was longer and quite successful. That's a tragedy. Stay away from me. Tried to roll through it instead of healing it. I don't know. I don't know what the right play was. He's comboing. We have not dealt enough damage. I'm just gonna sip again and commit. I think my main point is that he's going places, even though he appears to be doing nothing special. And I gotta know what's going on behind the scenes because it's impressive. Please. We've done it. Oh no. Why do I always forget? Oh. No. Nope. Ah. 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 Anyway, his EP was much better apparently. I hated it, honestly. And now he's in this song, which is another collab. I'm like, it's crazy because I still don't know if he's like that big of an artist. I think he's gotten bigger just like because of the collaborations. I could go heavier. Anyway, it's gonna have to be the end of the video. You know what I wanted to do is talk about. Okay, I should probably get heavier. Ooh. I wanted to talk about gorillas, but it's gonna have to be next episode. So if that's what you're interested in, then leave a like on this episode, this video. Subscribe if you haven't, of course. Watch out for the next one, which comes out tomorrow. Daily uploads. Can you believe it? How does he do it? Probably by like recording 2 episodes a day to 4 to like 10. See ya.